as promised, we have booked 2 vehicles in for the Festival of the Unexceptional at the end of next month. One of which, I'm going to go and get that in a minute because I haven't started that in ages.
Yeah.
It's pretty much done. That is Fudge's transport. So you are taking the 309 turbo diesel. Mm-hmm. And me being a suicidal lunatic is taking the 305 XR. Now, if you've watched any of the previous videos on the 305, she has been in a hedge for over 30 years. It does run.
Yeah.
We stripped it out last time. It's a bit rusty. It's not killer rusty. So what I am going to do in a very agricultural type of way, this is not car restoration, by the way.
No.
Now, this is purely an attempt at roadworthiness.
Get me to the festival on time.
Get me to the festival on time.
Yeah.
So it's 175 miles, according to the sat-nav, to the Festival of the Unexceptional from here. Which doesn't sound very big in the American terms. But anyway, so can a man make this roadworthy? I've got brakes. Parts, they're not fitted.
Yeah.
I've got some new tyres on it, they are fitted. It starts and runs, although, yeah, it has done some amazing things by me leaving it in a hedge again for 6 months.
It's lost its
No.
windscreen wipers?
Well,
they work?
None, the electric windows didn't work.
Yeah, they work.
The central locking was dead. None of the dash electricals worked. No wipers, no nothing. Put a battery on it last night, went to fire it up, it started, and the windscreen wipers started going, and then I had to go and turn them off. Then the electric windows are alive. They might be stuck, but they're functioning.
Okay.
We have blower heaters, internal lights, and the gauges.
That's the most important
So
bit.
it's self-healing itself.
She is. She's feeling the love, so she's helping you out, Al.
Well, she's gonna need some assistance, isn't she? So, under here, well, I think this is like a 1.6. That works. The valves have stopped sticking.
Oh, so they've sorted
They've
themselves out
sorted
too.
themselves out. So today, I'm going to strip carburetor,
Yeah.
drain the stuff out of the fuel tank that is not petrol anymore. I bought some new petroleums. So the stuff that's in there is an amalgamation of 30-year-old petrol and whatever I poured in it last time. So I need to clean that out. I'm going to take all the wheels off. I think I've got most of the brake bits. And then I'm going to ascertain I've got not a lot of floor.
Well, if you leave it a little bit longer, it might regrow.
No, I don't think it's going to. But me strut mount's good at the front.
These are pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
aren't
I don't think we need to do anything under here. This bonnet is racing lightened. I may need to do something. Oh, no, actually, no, because they're fine, aren't they? So I don't need... That's bird shit. I don't need to touch this bit. This bit is fine.
To be fair.
Don't need that bit.
No.
Don't need that bit. Need the latches.
Yes.
Got the latches. I have 2 new headlights. So I need to put on, and I need to attach certain bits that are broken. So I'm going to have to get inventive with the grill. Make sure that sits properly. And then, in an agricultural style, using pot rivets, tech screws, mastic.
Stick shit to a blanket.
Stick shit to a blanket. A welder. I am going to rejuvenate on the missing seals. Outers, the inners are good. And I think I've got almost half a sill this side. I can't remember which side is better. This side is definitely better.
Okay.
So, and then I'm going to bet some big bits of tin wallowed in the floor and make myself some rear seat mounts, some front seat rear mounts, because they've gone out.
Yeah.
So that, and then wipers, lights. And we're going to attempt to do this ready for the Festival of the Unexceptional.
That's on the 20
something of next month.
Yeah.
That's fine. We've got loads of time, and that obviously includes we need to get the 309. This is MOT exempt. Yes.
Which is perfectly legal.
Perfect. Yeah, I can tax it now, but I don't think that's a good
Mind you,
idea.
I do believe there is a private road that goes all the way from here to the Festival of the Unacceptable.
It needs to be roadworthy, so we need to make it safe.
Okay.
So every brake line is going to have to come out of it. It's going to need more servicing, but everything on it at the moment works. The cooling system, we are going to need to work on, because it had been parked so long, all the water had evaporated and left the or alcohol, whatever. So I flushed a lot of it out. We need to flush the cooling systems. We need to make sure that we have some other issues, like so door handles, they fall out.
Yeah.
Pot rivets and screws.
Tech screw.
Because this car is done. It's not restorable. Not unless you're very keen, and it's not worth the restoring. But, well, I might go and wash the bird poo off of it later.
Oh.
It will be. There's not many of them left.
No.
And there's not much of this one left.
It's not.
No, but it's not dangerous. Chassis rails are good. All that. It needs to have the outers. So like the inner sills, the back inner sill is really good. It's the cover tin bit that's fell off the outside. So I'm going to make that very. It's not going to look pretty. We're not doing pretty.
No.
We're doing functional.
Yeah.
And then if it all doesn't work and the thing's absolutely gnarled and doesn't go, we're going to have to take the Kangoo. Kangoo is back up, but I am intent on having a go with this because that's what I said I'd do.
Okay.
So I'm ignoring you and the wife who's trying to poo-poo my stupid idea and tell me that I just need to take the Kangoo van.
I think you just need to take the Kangoo.
No.
But it will be an interesting journey.
Content.
Will be an interesting.
The other diesel Peugeot is lovely and reliable, so we just take a tow rope. Bar.
Apparently it's illegal to use tow ropes these days, isn't it? So we could use a bar.
This will work. I am confident.
And we're going to need to take a dustpan and brush, just in case.
No. I will have sorted all that by then. Got over a month-ish. It's only the 8th today. Huzzah, month, beautiful. Well, not beautiful to look at.
No, but
I'm going to sand on it a bit and then to knock some of the loose rust off so it doesn't fall off on the way up.
Just hit into it with a steamer and knock it off.
That's probably just as easy. We'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll go and do that. First things I'm going to attend to is ocking this carburetor off, cleaning it, emptying the fuel tank, and then I'm probably just going to drop whatever's left in the cooling system, maybe hock the radiator out, get everything lubed up, ready to rock and roll. So this off, and then I'm going to need to get slicing lumps off of it and it on a ramp in a minute. So, carburetor off. I mean, it's all relatively free, but we're not going to pretend that the fuel was any good. So, all the cables are working. Need DCs on the clutch cable, choke cable a wee bit, because she's a bit bent and horrible, but that's fun. We can fixing that. So this is, it also has, is the starter motor. Sticks like a good one. So while we're here, and we can get at it a bit easier, we're going to have the starter motor off, and then might even pop easy inlet manifold off to get at the starter motor, which is down there. Where's the inlet manifold come off to? Oh yes, we can do that, can't we? So ock the inlet manifold off, then we're going to ock the starter motor off, drain the fuel tank, and then we'll have a bit of a flush on the cooling system. I might take the radiator out, and then we can forget about this bit for a minute while we clean all that up, and then we need to start working on the structurals. So, carburetor's off, soaking in a sonic thingy, cleaning. Starter motor, reckon that's going to need a new solenoid. Get on the evil base, see if we can find one of them. And I have managed to, because the fuel, main fuel line out of this tank here, I have taken off, and I have got 20 litres of stuff that may in 1990 have resembled petrol, which is an awful lot good. That can go in the waste oil tank. So what I've got to do now, I'm going to go and give it a clean, because we've got lots of gook down the back of the engine, so I'm going to try and quickly block the inlet ports up as we got the manifold off, give that a bit of a steam, give the top side of this a bit of a steam, and then I'm going to need to start attending to the structurals. Which aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. So, we have shoved it outside. Now, one thing we have never done with the hedge pug is give it a blast off. So, obviously, you see me, I have taken a starter motor and an inlet manifold because I've got 4 open ports into the back of the head. But there is quite a lot of nastiness in here. Nothing really horrible, just dirt, maybe a bit of mouse poop. And obviously then we have got a load of erg growing just here. And then all this could sort of do with a bit of a brucey. Then maybe we get all excited and steam. Because obviously, I mean, it was 32 years of being sat in a bush. And it may possibly need a bit of a wash off after being sat here unmoved for a year. So I was thinking some steam cleaning. And then I might go and get the 309 out, because that could do with a bit of steam cleaning, because they're both going to the Festival of the Unexceptional. So I'm going to steam this to death and figure out some way of stopping a load of stuff leaping into my engine. And then also, you may have noticed in the back of the last piece of footage, I've got the cool Dodge here. So we've got a bit of Dodge stuff. Nothing serious. The Dodge is for sale. So I'm going to bring the Dodge in at the end. You can buy that if you want. It's quite a lot of the monies, but it is definitely a one-off. I'll explain that in a minute. Right. Hull bunging up, engine steaming. I've managed to bung the holes off, obviously using expertise and brilliance. So I don't quite know how this is going to work. It is too dirty to leave it as it is. So what I'm going to do is steamy the engine bay without ruining anything, and then steam the car and see what's left afterwards. It's going to get wet inside because it's got no door seals, but we're not really worried about that. So see what it comes out like. Get rid of the bird poo. Right, so we have soapied it with quite juicy TFR to death. This is not a valeting video, by the way. That's just eating into the bird poo and the goo at the moment. So what we're going to do now is go for the full scale de-gooing. So we'll shut the soap off, turn the heat up. Surprisingly, not that much water has leaked inside the car. Luckily enough, it has lots of holes to get out of. And we're going to hit it. We're going to knock all the loose off, any of the bodywork off that isn't properly attached, steam it to death. We steam the engine to death. That looks much better. It'll dry out. It'll be fine. And then see quite what exactly we're working with. Oh, better go and pull my wing mirror out. This was where Peugeot 1 was. Peugeot 2. So this is my 309 turbo diesel you will have seen before. Now, it may possibly have been sat here for a few months again. Land Rover. Basically, I don't think it's started or moved since probably January or February. One thing I love with this, we keep the key in it for safekeeping, so you don't lose it. It's good. And hopefully, if the ignition lights come on, which they do, we wait for the twirly light to go out. This is why you have to love old school French diesel cars. I mean, that was only just, admittedly, and only just I reckon. If we'd done one more turn, we wouldn't have been there. So I'm going to get this out quickly. Get some pigeon poo off of it. It's a bit of a problem around here because we have some trees this time of year and the mating pigeons all get a bit excited and shit all over everything. So we're going to get that off before it ruins my paint. And then, well, we'll give her a quick sprucey. Have a look at the pair of them. And I'm going to show you the exciting Dodge later as well. Peugeot 1 305 SR, 31, 32 years in the hedge, about a year in the lineup out here. If you haven't seen the video, there's two of them. One of us getting it going, getting it out, getting it going, and then another one of it starting to strip it. We will have this, all being well, to the Festival of the Unexceptional in Lincolnshire on the 27th of July. I am taking this with Mrs. Diesel. She's really chuffed about that idea. And Fudgy is taking Peugeot 2, which is the 309 turbo diesel that we've done. That is pretty much almost finished. This is going to be very much a labour of love, because I can see a lot of ground through there. Doesn't have any brakes. Most electricals don't work, but I reckon we can do it. So follow us along. If you want to go to the Festival of the Unexceptional, tickets are available, 27th of July. There's normally loads of YouTubers there, so maybe from Hubnut, it's Steph from Driver Classic every day, the guys from Furious Driving, there's loads of people, it'll be great fun. And us for the first time ever, I'm sure it's the 10th anniversary. So we'll get this there. We're driving, by the way, no recovery truck cheating at all. We're not worried about that. That'd drive to the moon and back. And what we're going to do now, before we sign off, is go and have a look at the Dodge, which you may have seen before. And if you haven't, go and watch the Dodge episode 2, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. So, for anyone who's watched this channel for quite a while, you may recognise this piece of engineering. So this is a 1948 Dodge D2 pickup truck. But this isn't your normal 1948, 42, 45 Dodge D2 pickup truck. Georgie's 48. This one's a bit of one of those resto mods. There is a video on this, and 1 million people emailed me and asked me at the time, it's a good year and a half ago, whether it was for sale. Well, it wasn't. But the nice man that owns it, Lindsay, and he's the man that built it, we helped him, is making something else similar, bit different. We'll get to that at some point. But this piece of engineering is for sale. So if you don't know what this is, go back, find the video. It explains it all. And if you want to own this machine, which is definitely a one-off, she is the super turbo diesels. It has modern mechanicals, but it does look like the 1940s Dodge pickup truck. To all intensive purposes, it is. Chassis, body, everything. Watch the video. So this is for sale. It's 15 and a bit grand, without any haggling. If you don't think it's worth 15 grand, that's fine. You don't understand it. I think it's worth every penny of 15 grand. You can daily drive this. This is fast. It's disc brakes all round, power steering, servo assistance. It's got everything. So go back and have a look at the video. That's me done for this bit. So we will hopefully make the Festival of the Unexceptional with Peugeot 1 and Peugeot 2. Peugeot 2 very much. Peugeot 1, it's going to be a lot of work in a month. we're going to keep that as a series until the day, and then you guys can come with us when we go. So anyway, I'm going to go and park loads of stuff up done. That's me done for a Saturday evening. We will catch you Wednesday. Thank you very much. Al, no fudge, he's off out for the night. 6D Diesels.